Awesome. All right, let's go on to story number 5. This one was reported by the Pledge Times. So, what is your feeling when it comes to clinical trials? Medical experience experiments. We just had COVID, and obviously those vaccinations, right? They came as a result of clinical trials. You could argue
Right.
that we were all the guinea pigs for the vaccinations. Would you ever consider being a part of a medical study for anything? Like, I don't know, maybe you get like a terminal disease and you decide, what the hell, I'm gonna be part of this clinical trial. Would you ever consider being part of a medical study for anything?
I feel like it would have to be to that point where I'm out of options and I'm thinking to myself, okay, if it's either you're out of here, you can try this, then yeah, do whatever you want to me at that point if you think it's going to actually help me in that regard. But yeah, it's a really fickle thing, honestly. I mean, I think it's a necessity because even when it comes to a lot of the cures that we've had over the years, they were completely derived from those. But at the same time, a lot of them can be very sketchy and completely just batshit crazy and wrong. So I feel like if they're actually clinically proven and studied and, scientifically correct ones, then yeah, all for it. But it's a very fine line, there are multiple different types of them.
Everything you just said, just keep that in mind for this next story. So there's a 38-year-old
Oh,
man out of Venezuela. His name is Jose Daniel Lopez, and he claimed
okay.
to be a gynecologist. And he
Oh,
told his patients, "Hey, guess what? I have a new form of contraception. And this is a permanent solution. This is just what you need." You know what I mean? If you want to make sure you don't get pregnant with your new boyfriend or whatever, permanent
right.
solution, revolutionary. At least 25 women fell for this and accepted this treatment. Surprise, surprise, the guy was not a gynecologist. He falsified his medical degree. Do you have any idea what this radical new form of contraception was that this guy came up with?
Was it something terrible? Just like sticking something random up your hoo ha? I don't even want to know.
I might isolate that clip and put it up on its own. He implanted lollipop sticks under the skin of their arm. Joel, do you have the picture, the X-ray picture, I guess, first? Oh, you put everything up. So there in the middle, you can kind of see the lollipop stick in the skin on the X-ray. On the right, that's what he actually implanted. So he put lollipop sticks under the skin of their arm, and then on the left is the dude's mugshot. And this is what happened. Now, look, I understand in some countries, some people don't have a lot of money and maybe they don't have a lot of education, and so maybe they're kind of low on options. But my question is, okay, even if you're in, say, a low income country and maybe you don't have the greatest education, don't you still have the wherewithal to know that a lollipop stick under the arm isn't going to do shit?
One would hope you would think that, yes. I can't speak for those 25 women. Oh my goodness.
At least
Oh,
25 women.
that's a really scary thought to think one people would believe that and two that he was able to do that. Oh my goodness. I'm
Several of
shocked.
them, several of them, big surprise, got pregnant because of
You
course
don't
they
say.
did. And
Wow.
Mr. Lopez got arrested. Obviously, you saw his mugshot. He's charged with several crimes, including illegal practice of medicine and using false documents. So,
Holy shnikes. That's terrible. That's
isn't that
terrible.
something?
This is why I don't trust anybody. Like, this is just, oh my goodness, especially to that extreme. That's wild. No.
Yeah. These people really exist. It's really crazy. But now it's time for story number 4, Alicia. You're going to like this one. This is
Okay.
reported by KERO ABC News 23. So I know you're in a relationship. And so, in case he's watching, I hope that I do not accidentally make you show your hand. And maybe you're just going to make up your answer to this. I don't know. Have you ever had thoughts or dreams about the perfect engagement? Like, what to you would be the
Um,
perfect engagement?
I've never really been that girl to think of her wedding or anything growing up, you know? Like, I wasn't even when I was like late teenager, I was just so focused on my work and concerts and stuff. Like, I never really even cared to be with anyone. So it's like I never had that fantasy growing up. I mean, perfect engagement for me. Just something chill, like something if we're just like having an intimate moment together, whether that's watching something together where we're just like vegging out, or I don't want something that's at a restaurant or something in public. I don't need anyone to cheer for me, you know? Like, you know, something cute, even if it's like a hike and then it ends in that, or a picnic or something. But I'm pretty simple. Like my favorite dates are the ones where we just stay in, eat pizza, and watch Netflix. So, you know,
Very nice.
yeah, so he already knows I'm pretty chill when it comes to that stuff.
Awesome. So you do not want to have, you don't want to be proposed to and then everybody does the wave. You don't want any of that.
No, oh god, I'd be cringing the entire time. Yeah, I might even have to
Well,
say no at that point. No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to isolate this too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So there's a young man out of Franklin, Tennessee. His name is Myers Hart. I'm assuming he's not related to Brett the Hitman Hart. And he's been dating his high school sweetheart. Her name is Brooklyn Stevens. They've been dating for a
Cute.
while. And so Mr. Hart decided he's ready. He decided he's going to pop the question. So he went out and he got the engagement ring, and he decided, okay, while I'm waiting for the right moment to come, I'm going to hide the ring. And so he hid the ring in his car for safekeeping. Unfortunately, Mr. Myers Hart ran into a problem. Any idea what the problem was?
It fell between the car 'cause everything falls between the seats, and he couldn't get the ring anymore. He lost it.
That's a good guess. Joel, put up a picture of the car.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
So
Wow, okay, I was way off.
Joel, leave it up for a minute. Leave it up for a minute. So Mr. Hart, he's driving with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's best friend, and they heard a loud bang. And the next thing they knew, the hood shot up and fluid spewed everywhere, and the whole thing went up in flames. Fortunately, everybody got out safely.
Good,
Uh,
good.
and so, Alicia, I got to ask you, what did Mr. Myers Hart do next?
Ooh. When did he go and get another ring? I'd assume. I'd assume you can't find it in that rubble.
So the car was destroyed. The best friend that was in the car with him, she knew about the ring. She knew that he was planning to propose. So the
Mhm.
best friend went to the firefighters and she said, hey, there's an engagement ring in there. Do you guys think maybe you could take a look for it? So they start sifting through the ashes and they find the ring box. And the ring box is not like completely destroyed. They open up the ring box and the ring is inside, perfectly safe, totally undamaged, in like pristine condition. Mr. Myers Hart, he gets the ring box and he decides right then, right there, with a smoldering car feet away, I'm going to drop down to a knee and I'm going to propose. And we've got some video footage of it. This was from the local news
Oh,
channel. Look at this. So the car is there, like the smoldering car is like nearby, and he's got the ring back. And right there, like on the highway, drops to a knee and proposes to her at the scene right there. And so I'll ask you, you said you'd like a chill engagement scenario. If you're her, Brooklyn Stevens, is that like the perfect, look at the ring box. Look at that.
that's insane.
So if that's you, is that like the perfect engagement scenario for you? Look at that.
I mean, by no means would I say perfect, but you know what could have been cute too if in that speech he's like, "Hey, we were close to death today, and I would love to spend the rest of my life with you." I mean, that's pretty That's pretty cute.
Right? That's pretty unique, right?
Yeah, you know, could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. So
Could have
I'd
been
say
worse.
like, well done on that one. I agree. Stamp of approval.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. Otherwise, we'll start posting spoilers about your favorite new movies.